What's going on YouTube? Pistol Pete here with another review. This time it's actually a versus review. So it's gonna be on the Szco bowie. And again, these both have been modified a little bit slightly. This one I took off the handle because it's a really fat handle. I didn't care for the Szco bowie. I still might throw a wooden handle on this eventually, but as you can see, it's all patinaed. It was rusted out. I left it out. You know, that tells you for being a $20 knife, it's pretty good high carbon steel, because I left this out for, man, about almost like 3 or 4 weeks in the rain. Got all rusted up, and you can see in my previous video, I reconditioned it, and when I used the cleaning product to get it back to normal, it put this like shadow patina. I think it's because of the high carbon, because you could even blue these, right, with gun blue, make them all dark. So I might still do that too, blue this out. But this is the what it comes out to. So it's not out of the box, obviously. I use this for throwing. I did put a nice wrap on it, and the wrap feels good. The tennis leather tape on it, and so, you know, even with that, we're gonna do the review, even though it's been modified a little bit. And then here's the Ridge Runner Renegade bowie. So I figured this would be a good comparison, right? Because they're basically almost the same size. This has a little bit of a fatter blade. This one is they're about the same thickness. Actually, this one might be a little bit thicker. The Renegade bowie might be a little bit thicker. This one still has the wooden handles on it. I wrapped it in tennis tape too. So, you know, again, this isn't going to be out of the box comparisons, because this one I took actually this one I was throwing it, the handle came loose, so I just took it off because it was a fat handle. I didn't care for the handle at all on this Szco bowie. So mainly the comparison is going to be on the blade to blade and what it can handle and how it holds up, if there's any waving, rolling, chipping in the blades. This high carbon, this one just says stainless steel, so probably like a 440 or something like that. You know, series type, maybe 440A or something. But so we'll see how they hold up, and we'll see which one comes out victorious. Okay, let's start with some drop tests, 4 foot up, and check out the balance, and then we'll move on to the hard downward throws and see how the tips hold up here. Okay, we'll start with the Szco bowie. Yeah, seems pretty balanced. Now the Renegade. Yeah, okay. Now let's do a hard downward throw. Szco bowie first. All right, now Renegade. Yeah, let's check out those tips here. So, both looking really straight. I don't see any bending in either one of the tips. They both have pretty good thick tips on there. I don't know if you guys can see that in the video, but yeah, both look pretty straight, so I don't see any damage in either one. And they both are pretty balanced. I would say about the same balance on both of these. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's try to do some batoning and see how it holds up. Okay, we'll do the Szco bowie first. Like this. Okay, easy work. Don't see any damage there. Let's move on. Let's check out the Renegade bowie now. Okay, so I would have to say that would be a tie. They both did really good at batoning. They're both about the same thickness, so they both wedged it apart about the same, and I felt easy either one. Okay, so now we're at the stump again. I'm gonna try to do some just some kindling processing to see how each one does with this. It's kind of a thicker log, you could see there. So thicker stick, I should say, branch. But we'll see. We'll start with we'll start this time with Ridge Runner Renegade buoy. Okay, made it through that. All right, let's try the Szco buoy. Let's try that again. Yeah, I think this one is the better chopper. Yeah, so I'd have to give this round to the Szco buoy. It seems to get through a little quicker. I think as that girth adds a little more weight to the chop. So all right, let's move on. Okay, we'll start with the Szco buoy for some feather sticking and see how it does here. And then we'll move on to the Renegade buoy. Mind you, I don't have any good wood that's fresh. This is all hard, dried, old wood. So kind of just flaking and falling off, but I mean, you can definitely create kindling, but as far as the feather sticking to stay on, it'll keep rolling off, keeps falling off, as you can see in the video. But I mean, it is working. I mean, it's doing it. It's just falling off. So I don't contribute that to the knife. I'm saying that's more of the branch, the wood that I'm using. So let's find another spot here. Yeah, both about the same. I mean, this one may be a little better for some reason. Maybe it's a little sharper. This one's doing a little better job, but as you can see between the two. But yeah, about the same. I'd have to give the feather sticking to this one, just maybe a little bit sharper for the Ridge Runner Renegade. But yeah, still doing good. Okay, let's start with the Szco buoy and make a tent spike or a pit spike or fishing spear and see how it does. Then we'll do the Renegade next. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's chop that off and do the Renegade. Okay. Get that knot out of there. Okay. Okay, I have to say both about the same when it comes to that. Pretty good. Okay, let's see which one's the better chopper. We'll start with the Szco bowie. We're gonna see how fast I can get through this 2x4. Okay, that made pretty light work of it. Okay, now let's see the Renegade bowie, see how long it takes to go through. Okay, that does it for my verses. I would have to say they're both really good budget blades. Both of these are running between 20 and 30 bucks. And either one you can't go wrong with, really. They're both really good for the price. I recommend both. I've been beating the hell out of both of these knives. Throwing them at the log, slamming them into stuff, just chopping stuff down left and right, batoning with them. And they're both holding up really good. Really good. The high carbon bowie from the Szco still is great. Heat treatment must be really good. The stainless steel from the Ridge Runner must be good still too. Good heat treat, because man, that thing's holding up like a tank as well. Either one with both, you can't go wrong with either. Now, if I have to pick, if you had to twist my arm and say you got to pick one, I would have to give the edge to the Szco bowie. I think the girth gives it a little more for slicing and hacking. It's a little faster when I was chopping through logs, and you know, you saw in the video, the previous clips, it seems like it gets through the logs quicker, and everything just felt a little bit easier with it. Even batoning, slightly a little bit more easier with batoning. Mind you, this one held up really good though. I mean, right behind it. So, like I said, either one you can't go wrong with, but if I had to pick, it would have to be the Szco. All right, let me know in the comments below which one you think is a better budget bowie. And again, 20 to 30 bucks, guys. 20 to 30 bucks. You know, either one you can't beat, and they're, you know, customizable. They're both full tang. Man, they're for the price, you can't beat them. Can't beat them. Hold up really well. All right, YouTube, that's it for this review. And until next knife, please like and subscribe.